Hey guys, how's it going? My name's the Breph, and welcome to another challenge video. Today, I'm asking the question, can you beat Pokémon Diamond with only a Cleffa? Stats wise, Cleffa is not very good. Its best stat is its special defense with 55, 25 in attack and 15 in speed pretty much tell you all you need to know about what this challenge is going to be like. Do I think it's possible? No. I'm going into this challenge with about as much confidence in myself as I have talking to women. Another session of torture awaits me, but before we get onto that, we have some rules. Firstly, as ever, I'm only allowed to use Cleffa in battle. Second is that items are banned, however held items are fine and anything used outside of a battle is also allowed. I think I'll need held items at some point. Lastly, TM usage is actually permitted and if not encouraged. With that, let us begin. The game begins and we choose the male character, naming ourselves something that I've really missed saying over the last few weeks. Breph. We name our rival Scotty after ScottyBoy 6306 who requested this challenge in the comments. Cheers for this, Scotty, but for both of our sakes, I hope this isn't as bad as I think it will be. We head over to the lakefront to collect our Cleffa before heading to the lab and nicknaming him David. The naming scheme for this one isn't going to be too hard to pick up on, I don't think, but there is a shout out in the next video for the person that correctly guesses it first. Bonus points if you can get why. Last video we had some really good guesses and a few people who actually got it, but a big shout out to Dustin Neal who made the connection first. Yes, they were all ex-Manchester United number 7s. Good job to everyone that made that guess. Anyway, back on track. The first issue is the first gym. Rourke uses rock types, for those of you who've lived under a rock for the last god knows how many years, and there isn't really anything we can do until we hit level 16 once we learn Magical Leaf, a special attacking 60 base power grass type move that can never miss. A powerful move for us, and I think I'm going to be keeping this one around until the end if possible. Thanks to that, we don't struggle with the first gym. Despite this, we're still under pressure to perform, so we go and grab the TM for hidden power. Hoping really for fire or ice here. Instead, we get flying, a massive help given the Pokemon we face in this game. So we head up through the Valley Windworks where we meet the first commander of this game. We kick her out and move slowly towards the second gym. At level 30, Gardenia doesn't get the best of us and we claim our second badge. Although it did take a good few attempts and levels. If this was an indication of things to come, I think I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. As it turns out, lose my fucking mind I do, because Commander Saturn is powerful as all hell compared to our little space oddity. I'm gonna cut a long story short. It took 7 levels. We needed 7 bloody levels to defeat the next mandatory fight, and it comes right after the gym battle. I'm starting to side with you, Emily. I too hate Cleffa. Here is the part where I shit myself. No, not because I was drunk. I'm doing dry January, thank you, and it's going very well. But because I thought it would be easy. We're fighting Maylene, and I've been gifted flying type for hidden power. Except I forgot about Lucario. This you-know-what is one hell of a tough bastard, and that repeatedly kept ruining my hopes of having an easy return to challenges after my winter exams. Instead, all I got out of it was hours and hours spent grinding and defeating trainers left, right and centre. At level 60, we win with 30-something health and a head full of thoughts of modern love and how much we'd love alcohol poisoning. Luckily for us though, when we get in front of Crash Awake, we're so fucking over-leveled that we don't have any sort of issue defeating him. Finally, an easy fight. Following this, Cynthia gives us the spray can of pepper spray to disperse the Psyduck protest blocking the path. Look at them running away from a little bit of resistance. Absolute beginners. From there, we make our way to a small town in the hills, chat up a lovely young lady and head over to Hearthome City to fight Fantina. On the way, we teach ourselves Shadow Ball and honestly, it makes us a little bit of a beast. Her team doesn't pose a huge threat, and before long, we're onto another roadblock, Byron. The main issue I have here is that I've got no moves in my arsenal that can really take the fight to Steelix. So we just have to keep going at it, and when we hit level 67 we get a pretty decent run and somehow survive with low health. But a win is a win, and we're supposed to be off to do some digging. That's what we would be doing if we followed the right path, but I'm a stubborn bastard, and therefore time and convenience take precedent and we have to beat Candice. I regret this decision almost as soon as I've made it. Really, I do. I try and fucking try. I'll be honest, I thought here for a moment I was going to have to call the whole run off, because a bomber snow is what I've just called it, a bomber snow. Because a bomber snow is what can only be described as something that begins with a C, ends in a T, and has a U in the middle. You put the rest together. I do win eventually at level 83, and I found a new level of hatred for myself. From there, we follow the story, because I'll be damned if I'll diverge from that again. We go and see the lake trio enslaved into tiny machines, stare at them for a moment and think, oh, you pretty things, before heading up a mountain and witnessing Cyrus unleash Dialga upon the world. We have to engage in a double battle here with Scotty against the commanders, who lose so badly that for the rest of the game there definitely is no life on Mars. Unfortunately, I thought Candice was bad. I learn very quickly and repeatedly that Cyrus, well, he's just a bully. I thought I'd been bent over the barrel and fisted enough by my university, but clearly someone thinks I need more. Great, because I cannot defeat Cyrus for my life. The worst part is that every defeat means having to grind, rescale the maze that is that mountain, and also redo the double battle. I take it back. There's life on Mars. Over and over and over again. I eventually reach a ridiculous point where I'm in the early 90s and decide that I'm going to go and max out my level. Even at max level, I still can't do it unaided, so I have to run and grab the silk scarf to give it a go again. I think I probably had to reset the game about 40 times, that's not including all the other attempts, just with these circumstances. It took me 2 days to get past this. 2 freaking days! Hence why I'm script writing, recording, editing and posting this video all in the same day. Anyway, once we've beaten Cyrus, there really isn't an issue. We head into Volkner's gym and it's about as much of a roadblock as you'd expect for someone who's max level, using stab, max power boosted return, aided with a silk scarf. Despite the crappy attack stat of a Cleffa, David is really easily able to overcome this. One issue he's not so good at overcoming is the Scotty fight before the Elite Four. I really do want to gloss over this as much as possible because honestly, PTSD is a genuine risk given what happened. All I'm saying is it took me a long time to do this, and I ultimately realised that the fight wasn't happening. I replaced Magical Leaf with Shockwave to hit super effective and KO the Staraptor, and even then I couldn't win. I hate to say it, but the challenge ends here. I need items to do this, otherwise we're not getting anywhere. So, with the aid of healing items, we do eventually win. Well, now the challenge is over, I go and relearn Magical Leaf before heading into the Elite Four. Aaron is easy, flying hidden power pretty much helps me decimate him. Of course, I need healing items again, but you know what, none of the 4 and the champion can be done if Scotty can't be, I'm sure of that. So don't hate me for this, but items will be used in all of them. Bertha was actually pretty simple, Magical Leaf was really powerful. Before long we can walk on to Flint. And he burns, man. I think the worst parts were the fear of his Infernape and the fact that we have the same Steelix issue as Byron. Either way, full restores to the rescue and we only have to beat 2 more trainers. I do apologise for skipping over this end, and I feel like because I've already lost, there's not really any point continuing with the torture anymore. Lucian only has a couple of issues. His Girafarig is immune to Shadow Ball, so we have to use Return, and his Bronzong really isn't affected by anything we can throw at it. At the end of the day, it's not so much of an issue, more an annoyance and a drag. Champion Cynthia is up last, and her team's diversity turns out to be one of its weak points. Yes, Spiritomb is a pain. Pressure coupled with its typing makes it a nasty bastard to defeat, and our old friend Lucario pops up again here. Other than that, we have something to deal with every other member, and before long, the challenge is complete. David earns his place in the Hall of Fame, by cheating really, but it's done nonetheless. Our little Starman has earned all the fame he deserves. At the start of this challenge, I asked a simple question on behalf of ScottyBoy 6306. Can you beat Pokémon Diamond with only a Cleffa? The answer, obviously, is no, you can't. This is a painful run, so thank you so much for suggesting it, ScottyBoy, because I really do love torturing myself in the name of content. Would I recommend this? Yeah, sure, if you're a masochist. Otherwise, no, don't bother, it's really not worth the hours it takes. On a separate note, guys, I hope you love the background music for this video as much as I do. My good mate Feral Dogs has really come through for me, so please go and show him some love. His links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to leave a comment with a challenge you might like to see me take on in the future. And please, join me next time, where I ask the question, can you beat Pokemon Sapphire with only a Gulpin? Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.